G'day guys, hope you're all doing alright today. Today I'm just going to put a little discussion question out there while I'm doing Slayer. I'm a bit bored, so I thought I'd make a little video.
Hey guys, and welcome to a week with Might of Sun, week number 1. This is going to be a new kind of series thing. I've never really done a series or anything like that. So
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Might of Sun. Welcome back to episode number 7.
Hi guys, Might of Sun here, and this video is going to be a little bit different.
Look at this circle though. What?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's my son here. This is another video. It's a pretty cool one.
So we're going to be starting this video by going through my saved section on YouTube, starting with this video. Thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We got 1,000. We get 1,000, get 5,000. If we get 5,000, get 10,000. Get 10,000, get 100,000.
Stop. Just quit doing YouTube. You're literally sitting in a toilet playing your computer.
5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that.
What's the old saying? It takes 20 years to become an overnight success. But you've just got to stick at it.
When I first started YouTube 5 years ago, I didn't really know what to expect. So when Jamie Harry asked on my recent Q&A post, when you started YouTube, what was your goal? I had to cast my mind back and really think hard. I don't really think I had a goal when I started YouTube. I'll set the scene for you. I was an 18-year-old lad who had just recently finished school. I took a year off after finishing school to figure out what I wanted to do before university, which basically means having loads of free time and nothing to do. At the time, I was playing the game RuneScape. I had all this free time and I was playing the game anyway, so I thought, why not start making some videos? So I decided to start my very first YouTube channel called Might of Sun. And to answer Choss's question, it was created on the 22nd of May 2015. Rhiannon Flask wanted to know how I came up with my name. And while this question is probably relating to SunnyV2, it starts with my original channel, and I'll get to SunnyV2 later. There was a saying in Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Zombies where Takeo says something along the lines of, "Let the light of 1,000 suns purify your soul," or something like that.
Let the light of 1,000 suns purify your souls.
Now, 14-year-old me back in 2010 thought this was pretty epic. So I took Light of 1,000 Suns and made it my RuneScape name, Might of Sun, which in turn just became my YouTube name. After the creation of my first channel, the first video was posted 2 weeks later on the 5th of June 2015, titled Using 2,500 Trident of the Swamp Cast at Zulrah. On my recent Q&A, Needy Orphans asked, what experience did I have coming to YouTube? As far as knowledge of video editing, etc. Well, when I first started, I had absolutely no experience in anything, and the video certainly shows that. Like, this video was way worse than other people's first video.
20 kills in on my 571st KC. I received an Onyx, which is worth around 3 mil. It has a 1 in 512 drop rate, so it's pretty rare. And I got lucky, I guess.
I still remember filming this video, and the first half was filmed with my microphone and my headset, but then the second half, for some reason, it switched to my webcam, so I filmed the whole video with my webcam microphone. I was like so angry when I got to editing, as if anyone was ever gonna watch this video anyway. But shout out to the 6,700 people who actually clicked on this garbage. Anyway, my start on YouTube was pretty similar to everyone else's. I thought my content was amazing, I uploaded it, it got 0 views. And then I was like, how did this incredible content get no views? Then you look back a few years down the road and realize it's a steaming pile of garbage. The first video I uploaded that got any views was my 5th video titled 3 Hours of Hunting Black Chins, which got a crazy 100 views in the first 5 days.
I'm going to make this video to try and prove skilling isn't a dead way to make money, and you don't need starter money to make money for some methods in RuneScape.
I uploaded some other videos similar to this where I would test how much of something I could complete within a certain time frame.
And I'm also going to be doing 2 hours of loot from them, so we can see what kind of XP rates and GP rates we get at the current time of February 2016.
I then moved on to a series where I documented my gameplays over a few days.
We up here at Corp with the boys. Mango, say hello.
What? Before finally moving on to guides on how to do specific things within the game.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Might of Sun here, and today I'm going to be chucking together a 2-tick woodcutting guide for you.
I uploaded RuneScape videos on this first channel for a year and a half, mid-2015 to late 2016. However, by late 2016, I was deep into my first year of university while also working a hospitality job in my spare time. And since I had my hands full and YouTube was only a hobby at the time, YouTube took a bit of a backseat and I stopped uploading to the channel. I uploaded my final RuneScape video on the Might of Sun channel on the 28th of October 2016. Then 2016 ended, and during 2017 I was focusing on my studies and real life job. On top of this, I was also no longer playing RuneScape, so I didn't really have anything to upload videos on. So in 2017 I didn't do any YouTubing. Also, my RuneScape videos really didn't get any views, so it was pretty hard to stay motivated to continue making them. However, in October 2017, some friends of mine suggested that I download the new free game called Fortnite. After playing the game for a couple of months, I decided to start making videos again like I used to. However, I was back to square one, and considering how inactive I'd been, my Fortnite videos got even less views than my RuneScape ones did, with most of the videos to this day barely having 50 views. I then made Fortnite videos on the Might of Sun channel for 6 months straight, hoping to randomly have one video explode and blow up my popularity. Well, this didn't happen at all. The most viewed video I got after 6 months of work was 600 views. I uploaded the last video on the Might of Sun channel on the 12th of December 2018. I'd failed once again, and I was feeling a little defeated by YouTube at this point. And to the people requesting a downfall of SunnyV2 in the Q&A post, this kind of was the downfall. I had grinded YouTube for 3 years on and off and barely gotten anywhere. 400 subs in 3 years, which basically led me to giving up on the first Sunny channel. However, there was a positive here as well. December 2018, when I uploaded my final video on the Might of Sun channel, was also when I finished my university degree. I was still working my job, but suddenly I had no university to worry about in the evenings anymore. So I decided to take a 3-week holiday in Asia. I began watching a bunch of IRL creators while overseas because I had a bunch of spare time and not much else to do. Destruction Ray asked, in your video about cancel culture, you said that YouTubers inspire new ones in a chain. Which YouTuber inspired your channel and its content the most? Well, after watching people like Danny Mullins, Sneeko, Friendly Geordies, and Brody TV, I decided I wanted to do YouTube again, but this time do it on IRL stuff instead of gaming. And this time I was going to do it right. I was going to figure out what got views, how the algorithm worked, and constantly push myself to my limits with editing and effort within my videos. I was going to do whatever it took to grow and not stop until I got there. And in my mind, whatever it took meant creating a fresh new channel where I could leave my awful RuneScape and Fortnite videos in the past. I then created the SunnyV2 channel one day after returning home from overseas on the 22nd of January 2019, which was followed by my first upload 5 days after on the 27th of January. My first video was a kind of awfully filmed vlog, and honestly for myself, I'm not even going to show this video because it is so cringe that I can't bring myself to watch it again. And I desperately want to unlist it for the cringe, but I think I'll leave it up as a symbol for how far we've come. However, after watching numerous videos, I had heard from most YouTubers that the key to being successful was to be consistent. And it was very hard to be consistent with IRL content considering you always had to be outside doing something. It was way easier to be consistent from the comfort of your own home. So on top of IRL videos, I also began uploading random internet videos like Omegle and Variety Gaming. But then I eventually just fell back into Fortnite because it was what I was playing at the time. However, with Fortnite, this time I was going to do it differently. I wasn't just going to upload garbage like I did on the Might of Sun channel, I was actually going to get creative with my ideas. And the stars seemed to just kind of align for me with Fortnite. As when I was playing a random squad fill game, some random kid asked me if I could sub to his YouTube channel. I said sure, as long as you sub back to mine. Something kind of went off in my mind and I figured that people were pretty happy to subscribe to your channel if you're friendly in a squad fill. So I began playing squad fills and would politely ask everyone I played with if they would take a second to subscribe to my channel. And now looking back, it's a bit sad and desperate that I was asking everyone to sub to my channel, but it actually worked really well. Since my sub count was beginning to grow, I felt like I had some kind of responsibility to make videos for the people who went out of their way to subscribe to the channel, which basically meant spending more time improving my videos, thumbnails, and editing. Asking people to sub to my channel caused me to grow slowly, and I hit 500 subscribers about 2.5 months later. I continued this act of asking people to subscribe until I hit 1,000 subscribers 1 month later in May 2019. Thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much, I really appreciate it. But now that I had hit 1,000 subscribers, I started hosting live streams and having my videos recommended by YouTube a bit more, so I didn't have to ask so many people to sub to the channel. However, I still did it if the opportunity seemed right in the moment. I continued the Fortnite videos for about 8 months until my interest in the game declined when I was at around 4,000 subscribers. This was a problem because I was once again with a channel that I wanted to continue, but no topic to make videos on. I uploaded the video New Things Are Coming Boys on the 24th of October 2019, where I explained that I was no longer enjoying the game anymore and I wanted to make videos on other topics.
And I've had all these ideas over the last few months where I'm like, damn, I really want to do that, but I can't because I feel like it doesn't follow the trend of my channel.
I'd been watching a lot of psychology and self-help stuff over the 2 years previous and wanted to combine some of my knowledge with a creative video style, so I began uploading random self-improvement type videos. However, since my audience was quite young from the Fortnite days, they didn't really relate to the new content and the views started dropping again. But I wasn't prepared to give up yet. I'd been through years of getting no views previously, so it's not like I wasn't accustomed to being a nobody. However, when I posted the video Boogie2988, the worst mindset on YouTube, I actually got some views. I then made a similar video on Wings of Redemption which got way more views than average, and I figured I was probably onto something here. Following these two videos, I decided to make a video on the creator Friendly Geordies, a creator I had been watching for years and felt as though I knew enough about him to make a third-party documentary style on his journey. Since he had over 400,000 subscribers, an average of 1 to 200,000 views per video, and barely any third-party perspective videos on him, I figured he might be another good candidate for a video. I created the video The Rise of Friendly Geordies, which performed really well, getting 45,000 views in the first 2 weeks, which I was pretty stoked by considering I only had around 5,000 subscribers at the time. I then made a similar video on the content creator Laserbeam, which again performed quite well, getting 10,000 views in the first 2 days. It was clear that people were enjoying this style of video, so I started to look into Only Use Me Blade. But rather than documenting his uprise like I had done with Friendly Geordies and Laserbeam, I wanted to document his downfall. So I created the video and posted on the 27th of April 2020. It took off and became my first video to hit 100,000 views 3 weeks after posting. And ever since, I've just been posting similar videos to these ones. The Machinima video took off, then the Stampy video took off, and it was all smooth sailing from there. Yuzonio was wondering how long it takes me to make the rise and downfall videos. It takes me normally 1 or 2 days to do the research and writing, then usually 2 or 3 days editing depending on how busy my schedule is. Also, Arctic Gamer was wondering if I plan on continuing my downfall series, and the answer is absolutely. I have over 10 creators written down on my whiteboard, so it's more just a matter of who do I start with. The following upload after this one should be back to a downfall. And boys, that's pretty much where we're up to now. The uprise part was pretty short because only 2 months ago I was at 5,000 subscribers, and I never really understood the saying of it takes 20 years to become an overnight success until recently. Sure, in 2 months I've gone from 5,000 to 100,000, but no one sees the 5 years of releasing crap that no one wants to watch before the blow up. To finish the video, Just Will D asked what inspirational words I have for people wanting to start a YouTube channel. And look, I've blown up so quickly that I don't even know if I'm in a position to be giving people solid advice. You know they say never take financial advice from the guy who won the lottery. But from what I've experienced, and as cliche as it sounds, just don't give up. Just keep posting videos over and over and over and have people say this sucks over and over and over, which will happen. Then get 0 views over and over and over. Then if you push through the crap for long enough, you will eventually get good enough to post a video that actually gets a few views. Then look into it, step outside of yourself and ask why that video did better. How did the algorithm favor it? Was it the click-through rate? Was it the watch time? Did people comment on it more than usual? Then take that information and change your content based on what you've learned. So what's next for me? Brandon Crop wanted to know what the next goal is for the channel. Fellas, we're going for 300,000 subs by the end of 2020 and 1 million by the end of next year. Guys, thank you so much for the support and 100,000 subscribers. I've done enough talking about myself for one lifetime, so I think I need to retire from Boogie2988 mode and get back to talking about others. It feels a bit weird to ask you to subscribe, so I'll just say leave a like. Until next time, peace. Thank you guys for watching. Take it easy.